didn't know if I'd be in a situation like this again. Anyway, my name is Steve Peck. Not gonna lie, I've never spoken in front of this many potentially drunk people before, and I'm just a little bit nervous. I got the shake thing going on, but to help, ease this, I'm picturing each of you naked right now, which is helping. Actually, no, it's making this more awkward. My mother-in-law is sitting right over there, so anyway. Enough about that, a little bit about me. I was actually not from here originally, as she indicated. I was born and raised in Southern California. Went to school in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, where I met my lovely wife, Christine, who proceeded to move me more colder and colder and colder places before ultimately bringing me back to Minnesota, her home state. I actually think this is a pastime of many of you guys in terms of finding people living happily in warmer climates, and then sucking them back in just to see how they last during that first winter. So I'm glad to be part of that experiment. When I first moved here, I didn't know much about the state other than what most Americans know in terms of you guys are all white. I'm glad it's verified tonight through this. You love Prince more than anything, and of course, if you go outside in February, there's a good chance you might die. But I've heard a lot from my neighbors in terms of every winter around mid-February, they're always saying, oh, it's not that bad usually, it's not that cold. Really? I think it is. I think you guys have this sort of selective memory of this perfect weather back in 1987. And ever since then, you think every winter up until that point, except the one you're living in, was exactly like that. It's a coping mechanism, I get it. What I didn't get, ice fishing. Here is a sport where, grown men lock themselves in these small rooms and subside of nothing but like Cheetos and maybe root beer schnapps and sunflower seeds over the period of a weekend. It wasn't until I moved here and spent my first winter with my wife and kids that I realized that this wasn't about fishing at all. This was about creating an environment so inhospitable that there was no chance in hell your wife or kids would ever join you. So you're guaranteed to get that 2 to 4 hours of solitude each weekend. It's a brilliant strategy, and no offense, Christine, it's one I think I'm going to adopt next winter. But it's not just the men who winter makes, into weirdos. It's everybody. Who here has been to the May Day Festival right up the street in Powderhorn Park? Right? It's a great event filled with weirdos. I don't know where these people come from, but you never see them any other time in Minneapolis except here. I actually think this is what winter does to people. I think they need this day to get it out of their system so they can evolve back to their normal selves, which is typically like a white guy in a pink twin shirt drinking beer in the sun. But the sun is a good thing. It allows us to sort of get back into my favorite season of all, and that is where you can sit and eat a tub of cookies, a basket of cheese curds, and spaghetti and meatballs on a stick, and that's considered a well-balanced diet. It's great. But food really brings us all together. I bet everyone here has that story of at some point in their life when they're eating lime jello salad or hot dish in the basement of a Lutheran church. Am I right? No? Maybe, right? But we like it. One thing that is the common factor, there is the phenomenon of Minnesota nice. It exists. I realize now that if I walk away from a conversation feeling good about myself, but maybe a little bit confused, that's Minnesota nice. So I'm gonna test this here and sort of apply it to this situation. Yeah. So I would say here, oh, you call it duck, duck, gray duck, do you? Well, that's different. But, it works. I get it. In fact, Minnesotans, I love it here. I love the people, the quirks. You guys are actually the ultimate trendsetters. Look at this guy. Look at me. He's, after all, just the original hipster, is he not? Paul Bunyan, 100 years old. He's doing great, and there's other trends that I'm sure are going to catch on. I'm pretty sure everyone is going to be eating lutefisk for lunch and going to meat raffles by night across the country in no time. So with that, I'm going to leave you with one word, repeated, from a great Minnesota movie, The Mighty Ducks. Hopefully this will bring us together and get excited for more speakers tonight, and that word is quack. Quack, 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 quack. Thank you guys. Steve Peck, Riverview Minneapolis.